Okay, let me know if I'm audible now. I'm live now. Yeah. So can you see my screen now? And am I audible? Okay, perfect. So welcome all of you, and like few of you knows me because I think I have taught many of you in either SQL or data science in our previous class, but there are few people who have joined from the outside. They let me introduce myself. I'm working as a data scientist, and I have somewhere around 9 years of experience and 6 years in data science. And right now, I'm working on the most of the use cases when it comes to generative AI. So today we will be going to have a discussion regarding generative AI. And although generative AI is a very vast field, but I will give you an introduction so that you will get to know what is the power of these models, how you can use these models in your day-to-day work, and how they can help you to uh, make your life easy. That's the idea of this session. Okay. So if you can see my screen in this presentation, if you see the most familiar uh, large language model is the chat GPT, right? Chat GPT, all of you know, or anyone who have not heard of chat GPT as of now is not aware about chat GPT. What is chat GPT? Why we are using chat GPT? Because it's a buzz all over, be it Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere people are talking about chat GPT, the power of automation, whether it will going to snatch the job of people. So there are a lot of myths are there. So all of you aware about ChatGPT? Please, if you are aware about ChatGPT, ping me in the chat. If not, then I will give you a quick walkthrough what ChatGPT is and how you can use that and all those stuff. Okay, so actually, what happens? ChatGPT is the is not the first large language model. Before ChatGPT, there were models like something like Hugging Face. Even we have BERT, but these type of models are trained on a very limited sort of parameters. When I say parameters, simply it means like the data has been ingested to these model is very limited, so the power of these models were not that much. So that's why they were not able to help at a large scale. But with the invention of GPT models, mainly the GPT-3, what happens, uh, first of all, these models are a pre-trained models. By the way, if you don't know what is LLM, LLM simply means the large language model. So if you see this Chat GPT, Google Bard, all these platforms, they are trained on some models, and these models are called as large language models. So when it comes to GPT, GPT is basically launched by a organization that is called OpenAI. So OpenAI basically is funded by many organizations. Microsoft has some shares into it. Your Elon Musk also have some shares in OpenAI, and the counterpart is Google Bard. So Google is promoting its you can say OpenAI engine, that is the Bard. But the model used inside the Bard is called BERT. Okay, they are also training these models on a large scale. So what happens? First of all, what makes these all LLMs so powerful? The first thing that makes them powerful is the pre-trained language models. All of these are pre-trained language model. You don't have to do any kind of a training. They are trained on humongous data. be it internet, be it text data, be it article or other written content. So they are trained on a lot of things. So whatever you can think of, they have been trained on those data. Okay. Uh, and if you want to train them on some specialized data, that is also possible. So that's the beauty of these all LLM models. And the best thing is they keep on learning from the new data. So whatever data you are feeding them, if they don't have that kind of information beforehand, they will going to learn because they are powered through reinforcement learning. So that's the beauty of these models. Okay, so we have LLM models like GPT. So in the market, so if you see, let me show you Chat GPT. So this is the Chat GPT platform, and in Chat GPT platform, the you can do anything whatever related to the text. Okay, so if you want to generate some text, if you want Chat GPT to ask uh, like I'm using ChatGPT a lot when it comes to creating the boring PPTs, so that helps me a lot. Plus, if you want to frame something professional, which you don't have ideas much, so you can use ChatGPT. Plus, these days people are using ChatGPT uh, for coding purposes. So so there is a saying in the marketing going forward, ChatGPT will be the next Stack Overflow. So if you know Stack Overflow is basically a platform that helps coders a lot to write the code or basically implement the logics. So now ChatGPT is replacing slowly all these platforms. Okay, so ChatGPT basically when it comes to text, it will help you to summarize the text. It will help you to translate the text. It will very powerful when it comes to understand the context of the text. That's the beauty of ChatGPT. For example, I can say to ChatGPT, write a poem, poem on rainy day. So I'm intentionally writing the spelling of poem incorrect. So let's see whether it will able to write the poem or not. So it wrote down a very long poem. So that's the beauty of these models. So the model that is used inside the Chat GPT at this point of time, that is the GPT-3. Okay, you can ask what models they are using. So we can ask Chat GPT, please tell me which large language model uh, are on. So So it is taking some time, but I'll tell you beforehand. So what happens? So Chat GPT that is freely available to the market, most of the time that is working on either GPT 3 or 3.5. So what's the difference between GPT 3, GPT 3.5, and there is a news in the market that GPT 4 going to be launched. The the only difference is the number of parameters they have trained upon. So GPT-3 was trained upon approximately 175 billion parameters, and the GPT-4 that is launched for the limited number of users are trained on the trillions of parameters. So when I say parameters, it means that the different type of components these models have been trained, which makes them so powerful and so intelligent. And that's the beauty of all these models. So if you uh, want to make your life easy going forward in your day-to-day work, be it a programmer, or be it a business analyst, be it anything. Okay, if you ask ChatGPT to write any type of a code, it can write. Okay, the only thing is you have to provide the right kind of requirement to it. So when I say right kind of a requirement, that is the critical piece. Okay, and that's what people are not able to do at this point of time. They are not able to provide the correct input to these models so that they can give them the right answer. When I say correct input, it simply means in the programming world we call it as prompt engineering. Okay, so I will come to the prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is basically an art, it's not a science. So if you provide them correct input, if you ask these models the right question, they will going to give you the right answer for sure. I'm not saying they can do each and everything, but they can do most of the work. Okay, so as I have shown you over here, I have just taken two examples. The LLM, the most famous LLM these days, that is the GPT-3. So you can consider that GPT 3.5 is available in the market. GPT-4 is launched in the market, available to limited users, and then we have a Bard AI. Plus, we have one more LLM that is called Hugging Face. Apart from that, there are many like Palm, Bloom, many other LLMs are available. So these two LLMs are paid, GPT and Google, because they are powered by either Azure or Google. But Hugging Face and all those GPT models, they are free of cost. So you can, if you have a good understanding in the deep learning, if you know what is deep learning, you know uh, how to operate these model, how to train these things, how to run these codes, so that you can utilize these large language models. Okay, so what these large language models can do, they are first of all trained on text data, articles, website, and other written content available over the internet. All of you know how wide the internet is, right? Uh, what are various kind of informations are available over the internet, and due to that, these models are so powerful they can easily perform some of these tasks like language translation, question answering, summarization, and content generation. So I have worked upon few of them. Like I have created a bot. I will show you in this session only. I have created a bot for drug delivery system that I will show you at the later part of this session. Then text summarization. So I have created my own text summarizer. Then you can also generate the content. Like if you are like one of my friend has developed his Instagram page. So what he used to do, he used to uh, create all the captions plus generate all the images using the open AI models. So all these models are available. The API of these models are available. You can use them if you know few of the techniques like prompt engineering, and there are other things. If you know all these things, you can create these content automatically. So what that engine will do, that engine will write the caption automatically, create two or three images, and post that on the Instagram using the Instagram API. So he has automated everything, and his content is generated automatically. He doesn't have to do anything. Only I think 2 or 3 cents a day is the charge. Okay, so it's not that costly, but yeah, it comes with a cost. Okay, then what makes these models so powerful? So it is not a new concept. So this concept comes to the picture in 2018 somewhere. The first model that comes to the picture, which is considered as a large language model, is the BERT, that was developed by Google, and that was trained on 314 million parameters at that point of time. So those who have worked in deep learning, they know, like we have used BERT model a lot. Okay, and in the field of deep learning, BERT model was used for sentiment analysis, text generation, content classification, a lot of things. Okay, then the paradigm has been shifted to GPT models. So this community come into the picture, that is called OpenAI. They come to the picture and they started working on the GPT model, and by that time, a lot of researchers have written a lot of paper on the transformer architecture. So the architecture that has been used inside the LLM model, that is called the transformer architecture. So just in a layman term, I can tell you transformer architecture basically help us to understand the language better, and with the previous word it will help to generate the next sequence of words. So that's the idea of transformers. Okay, the invention of transformers was a revolution in the world of natural language processing. Okay, And after that, GPT-3 comes to the picture that was trained on 175 billion parameters. And with the invention of GPT-3, OpenAI has launched the Chat GPT. And then it was a it was a game changer. So all of us everywhere talking about Chat GPT. It will snatch the jobs. It will make a lot of people unemployed, and all those things. But trust me, the idea is not to make anyone unemployed. The idea is to assist people so that they can work efficiently. Okay. Earlier, I might be taking 2 days to create a presentation, but with the help of ChatGPT and other OpenAI tool like DALI 2, and there are many, I am able to create that PPT hardly in 2 hours. That's the beauty of all these AI models. Okay, they make you very efficient. Okay, and then the researchers are still working how to make them powerful, and they are working on other models. So I have not mentioned over here GPT-4 has been trained on trillions of model, and that will going to again a game changer. Okay, the moment it will be available for the public, then you will see what other functionality it will bring. So there are some limitations as well of these model, because they are trained on a data up to some particular point of time. So if you ask GPT, uh, how recent information can you provide? So let's see what will be the answer. You will get the answer from ChatGPT itself. It can tell you. By the way, I know the answer. So ChatGPT has been trained until September 2021. So after September 2021, ChatGPT doesn't know anything. So whatever question you will ask ChatGPT, he will give you the answer up to 2021. But this is all about ChatGPT. But if you are using the API, GPT models API from the OpenAI, then you might be getting some recent information as well. Okay, but this is the limitation. This is the limitations, that these models are trained on the historical data. Okay, so if you ask who is the prime minister of, let's see, who is the prime minister minister of Pakistan? Let's see, just ask this. As per the knowledge updated, the Prime Minister of Pakistan is Imran Khan, but that is not true. Okay, so the Prime Minister has been changed. He was changed last year. So ChatGPT is not aware about it. So that is the limitation of ChatGPT. If I ask, uh, what is the weather in Delhi today? Okay, let's see what will be the answer. I apologize. As an AI model, I don't have the real-time data and internet browsing capability. So that is the limitation. So I want to tell you the limitation. This is one limitation, but apart from that, there are other limitations that is called hallucination as well. So hallucination, what will happen? Like sometime you are asking for a hypothetical product. So these models are trained so much, they might be giving you some realistic content, and that seems to be a realistic content, but the product is hypothetical. Like other day, I was asking for a electronic toothbrush from Patanjali. So Patanjali doesn't have this type of product as of now in their portfolio, but model gave me a lot of features about that product and all those things. So that is called hallucination. Okay, so that could be one other limitation. Okay, let's take one question. I read in some content that prompt engineer have a huge opportunity in the internet world. Exactly. So that's what I want to tell you guys. Even without the knowledge of programming, you can enter into the world of prompt engineering, and trust me, there are a lot of opportunities in prompt engineering going forward. Okay, uh, industry will demand people who knows prompt engineering very well, and there are hardly few people who knows prompt engineering at this point of time. If you want to take the early advantage, it's the right time, so go for it and learn this technology. Okay, I am also learning. The uh, idea of developing this channel is to learn together. Okay, yeah, I'll the next session I'll start with the prompt engineering only. I'll show you some glimpse of prompt engineering, what prompt engineering can do today as well. So I have developed few use cases. I'll show you. Okay, but you are right. So yeah, so these models are making, as I told you earlier as well, that they are using the transformer architecture, plus they are trained on the massive data set, plus they need powerful compute resource. So see, all these big giants like OpenAI, Azure, Google, and all those people, they have the a powerful compute resource with them. Okay, if you want to train a model in this manner, that is not at all possible. Okay, so if tomorrow a client will come and he will say, okay, I will not going to share my data with Azure or Google, then we don't have any option, because we have to share the data. Then we have to think of the strategy. How can we mask our data? How can we maintain the privacy and all those things? But powerful compute are provided by these people, and that's why they are able to train such a powerful model. Okay, then scaling the model is very easy. So if you want to scale up to some other use case, like for example, right now I'm working on one of the use case where I'm trying to bring insight automatically from the data. So I have data of sales, revenue, many things. There are many data set available uh, in my project. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to create some automatic insight. So what happened earlier, people have to go to these dashboards and they have to build a story around it, and using that story they are able to then assess, and that is a time taking process, plus sometimes people are not interested to open up these dashboards. So due to these powerful models, what we can do, we can fed the data inside these models, and they are so powerful that they can create whatever insight. So if you are asking them a right question, they can give you the right answers. So that is the beauty of these models. Okay, I'm keep on repeating again and again, right questions. So right questions, asking the right question is the important thing. Okay, then the transfer learning paradigms. So pre-training model on a massive data set and fine-tuning of these tasks make them more powerful. So there are techniques like, if you know prompt engineering going forward, but it could be a possibility like you have given a very good prompt, but you're not getting the right result because your data has not seen that kind of a data, and you have not trained. Could be a possibility, like we are thinking about thousand thing, but that could be a possibility that some 1001 scenario will can occur. Okay, that because we are uh, living in the world of uh, dynamic changes. Okay, so we are living in the dynamic world, so it could be a possibility 100,001 scenario can come. So you can fine tune your model using some techniques like PAFT. There is a technique called PAFT, and there are many other soft learning, and there are many. So I don't want to get into too much detail, but there is a way to fine tune these models. Okay. So this is about theoretical concept. Let me show you something so that you guys are able to understand what I'm talking about. So I have created few things. Like for example, I have shown you one scenario where your chat GPT model was not able to give you the correct result when it comes to the weather of Delhi, because he was saying I'm not aware about the real time data. So what I did, I have used a API that gives the weather of a different country places. So the name of the API is api.weatherstack. I have used their API, and I have used the OpenAI. OpenAI means simply the GPT model. So I am using the GPT 3.5 model. So what question I am asking? So okay, you don't have to worry about what I have written in this script. So this script is basically creating a connection with APIs. The first API is your OpenAI API, that is the GPT model. Second is the uh, API of WeatherStack, which will give me the real-time data uh, of a particular place. And then what I'm doing, I'm passing that information, that data that is coming from the weather website into the OpenAI model, and that OpenAI model will fetch me a message. That message will give me a correct understanding of the weather in that particular city. So tell me, do you want me to try it with another city? Any city, you ping me in the chat if you want me to try it on some other city where you are living, or any thoughts or any questions or any, or I'll put my own. Okay, let's see how's the weather in Gurugram. Okay, so what I'm doing, uh, see, so this is the model they the model we are using right now is GPT 3.5 Turbo. Okay, and it is basically trying to fetch the data for Gurugram location. Okay, and then I'll get a response, and inside the response something went wrong. API request failed. Please try it. Content. Okay, I think weather API fails. Why it fails? Let me see. So it could be a possibility like API might not be responding correctly. That can happen. So you got the message that API is not responding. Whether API is not responding at that point of time, let's see. I'm again trying to fetch some data out of that API. Model is currently overloaded with other requests. You can contact OpenAI. Okay, okay. So I think there's some problem with the API right now. So that's why I'm not able to show you. But I will post this code uh, on my GitHub account, and you can check. So let's try one more time. So I don't know, like it was working 2 minutes back, before the session. Actually, what happens, like right now I'm using the free API. Free API also right now it is working here. Let's see whether it will work. It is here. So this weather API is not working somehow. Mm. Okay, let's see another use case. So the idea is, like, let me show you. The idea is that this using these two API, you are easily able to fetch the real time information. So OpenAI has given you the option to connect with some other data sources, and that using those data sources, you are easily able to find out the relevant information. So right now, if you see what I was telling you, what is prompt engineering. So this is what I have written over here. This is called a prompt engineering only. So here I am telling get the current weather of the location, then object type, and then in what format, like city will be like this, San Francisco, CA, and all those things, and the unit Celsius, and then the location. So this is the way you have to summarize everything in such a manner so that it will able to find out like what you're trying to ask. Okay, no worries. This API is not working somehow because this is a free API, and it might happen. Okay, so let me show you one another use case. Hopefully this will work. That is a drug delivery bot. So few people I know knows about this. I have shown in one of my class, uh, and let's see whether this will work or not. So I'm not going inside the code, but if you see, I can tell you what I did over here. I have provided some inputs to the OpenAI model, like you are a order bot and automated service, collect order from the online delivery system, first greet the customer. So these are the some directives I have given. Okay, then I have provided a product list, that what kind of products you have right now. Okay, these are the products I'm having in my catalog, and then few of the nutrition products are there, some of the stamina booster, there are a lot of things. Okay, so I have given some limited amount of products over here, but you will see the power of this if this is working fine, because there is a caveat, because I'm using all of these open AI or a weather API for free, so that's why. Hello, let's see. Okay, how can I help you today? Are you looking to place an order for some medication or health product? So, okay, let me say I am uh, feeling feverish. I'm sorry to hear that you are feeling feverish. We have a range of medicine that can help you. Would you like me to suggest some option to you? Sure, go ahead. And see, the best part is I have not written a lot of code for this chatbot. Okay, so see, out of all the medicines, he has suggested me these two medicines: 100 para, 1000 mg tablet, and phenafil banana flavor 120 oral option. So I have intentionally provided these medicines in the catalog because I know these are used for the fever treatment, but I have not written there anywhere like these are the medicine used to treat fever, because the model is so context aware and it has a lot of information available from the internet. It is able to find out these two medicines as the medicine can be used for the fever medication. Okay, I'm asking okay, not here. uh, let's go with para. So see, I don't have to write the entire name of the medication. Okay, so it will able to fetch the correct medicine for me. You have chosen 1000 para medical term. Is there anything else you would like to order, or that is all for now? So I am asking for a medicine which is not present. Like for example, I'll say I have headache as well. Do you have any suggestion for headache? So let's see what are the options we will get. Okay, see, certainly for headache relief, you can use the following options: 108 tablet and Vicks Vapor Up. Yeah, sometime what happened like during the cold cough and headache, Vicks Vapor Up works, but I'm not sure about 108 tablet whether it is used for headache or not. You can check if you want, but no. So I don't want anything else. I'm good with it. So I'm asking, do you okay, let's not give the right direct question. uh, I am low on energy today. Whether it is able to understand the context or not, that's the idea. See, I understand. If you are looking for energy boost, we have a great option for you: Revital H capsule, Revital H D protein chocolate powder. So you can opt any one of them. Okay, so let's finalize the order. I'm good with my order. Please proceed. So far you are good. 100 para mg Revital H. Is there anything else you would like to order, or are you ready to proceed? Proceed. So simply, the idea is to show you that like you can create these kind of things with a minimal coding. Okay, I have not written a lot of code. If you go to the traditional chatbots, you have to write a lot of things, a lot of rules you have to create. I have hardly created any rules over here. Okay, just provided a catalog, provided some nutrition related medicines and few instructions. That's it, and that works for me so beautifully. So all right, thanks for confirming your order. Now just prefer a pickup and from the nearest pharmacy, or you would like to deliver. So if I say deliver, it will say okay, I will deliver. Give me the address and all those things. Okay, so this chatbot, now let's assess the power of this chatbot. So first of all, if you see, although this is related to delivery, drug delivery, and we cannot rely on these things blindly, but if you are operating a grocery store, this chatbot can replace a human. Just think about it, because it can easily, if you have a proper catalog, proper inventory, ingest it to this model, like what all other options available in your shop, what are the different categories, segments, and if this model is aware about all of these things, it can automatically, like if I want uh, eatables for my breakfast, so it can give me the options. These are the options I can simply order from this chatbot. I don't have to first of all go to any grocery store, plus I don't need anyone to operate, to provide the suggestions. Okay, all everything is automated from this. It is so context aware. It could be a possibility some of the item are not available in the market in that particular store, but if I ask this chatbot, do you provide me the suggestion of different kind of jams flavor available in the market, it will able to provide. It will provide me all the options, and it will also help me to understand, okay, this jam flavor is not available in my shop, but I can mark it as a request from your side. So whenever it is available, I will provide you a notification. That is also a possibility, that can, these models are so powerful, they can do all of these things. Okay, so without any manual intervention, they makes your life so easy. Okay, so this is a drug delivery bot. Again, I will going to share the link of my GitHub repository. I will upload this code on my GitHub account, and you, if you want to play with this, and if you want to change something, if you want to make it a grocery delivery bot or something else, you can change these lines, these instructions, and let's see. But again, you have to create an account on OpenAI. You have to get the correct key. For that, I will be going to take up another session where I'll take you to the OpenAI account, how to get the API key and how you can play with it. Okay, if you guys are interested in the prompt engineering and all those kind of stuff, so I can create other videos as well. Okay, the last thing I want to show one more thing. So what happens, I'm not going to run this code because this will take a lot of time. This code might take a lot of time, but what happens sometime, uh, the company like Amazon, okay, or Flipkart, they are having the catalogs, product in their catalog, different kind of product, and they always ask us to provide the ratings, feedback, and all those things, right? Reviews. So what I'm trying to do over here, I have a data set over here, and intentionally I have taken only 1,000 feedback. So if you see, there are the feedbacks. I have bought several of the vitality, and there are lot of feedbacks and the summary of the feedback, okay, against each product. So what I want to find out, the one way is, uh, I will go and try to see each and every feedback. That is not possible, but as a owner or as a category manager, I'm always interested in seeing the bad feedback or the good feedback as well. It all depends. Like, but companies are concerned about the bad feedback. So if you know, like there are PR companies running in the market, their work is just to delete all the negative reviews from the online portals. So I know one company, the company like they're the famous company for hair products. So they are famous for deleting all their bad reviews from all the online portal. Okay, even Amazon and all those, all these companies are hiring these type of PR agencies. Their aim is to delete all the negativity regarding a particular company from the online portal. So if you have all these feedbacks on your portal, you can take a dump of these data and ingest into these OpenAI models. When you ingest this data in the OpenAI model, these OpenAI models are so powerful. You just have to write few line of codes and you see what I did. I simply try to find out what all feedback has whole wheat pasta in it. So if you see this feedback, any homegrown organic whole wheat shell, white cheddar, macaroni cheese, and the product made by Annie and all those things. So the product maintains the excellent organic. So they are talking about whole wheat pasta in this review. So this and is equals to 3 means like I just want to filter only 3. So just by writing whole wheat pasta, I'm able to fetch all these 3 reviews. Okay, so we have applied some machine learning algorithms into it, due to which we are able to find out which is the most suited feedback for whole wheat pasta. Like for example, here I am trying to find out the 10 reviews, top 10 reviews related to bad delivery. So first review I found out on this under in these 1,000 reviews is this one: disappointing, not what I was expected in terms of company's reputation for an excellent home delivery product. Never arrived, so we cancelled the order. It was cancelled without any problem. This is a positive note. So see here, here I think model is not able to understand correctly. So here we need to do some kind of a fine tuning. We can never arrived. We cancel the order. It was cancelled without any problem. So this seems to be a positive note, but comes under bad delivery. So there are some limitations to these models, but when it comes to accuracy, they are 90% of the time accurate. Okay, poor item packaging, disappointing. Penguin, poor. Love the product, disappointing. Appointed in the shipping. So see, every type of bad delivery feedback it is able to capture, but sometimes people write in such a cryptic language, so even these models are not able to understand that. Okay, being a human being, for us to understand the cryptic things, so there is no uh, I don't think these models are not doing any injustice to it. Okay, same way, I have showed you the other feedback like spoiled. The bag had a lot of overcooked brown pieces, also felt greasy, and if you see this seems to be a coherent feedback with the keyword I have fed into the model. Okay, so I think this is what I want to show you. Let's check whether this API is responding or not at this point of time. uh, I'm not sure. Okay, this API is not working, but the idea is to tell you like we can integrate even external data with these models. So this is just I want to show you in this session, and that's it from my side. If you have any questions related to anything, you can ask. Uh, Feel free to ping your questions in the chat. By the way, is it clear what I have told you in this session? Like, are you able to follow what we were discussing? I know this is basically a complex thing to understand, but I try to give you a glimpse of what people are doing in the world of generative AI when it comes to LLM, large language model. That's the idea. What language should I have to learn for coding? So if you want to learn coding, so go for Python. Okay, Python is one of those language which is required to deal with all these models. Okay, very new to me. Yes, it is new. That's why we are discussing about it. So it is new to all of us. Even I am also learning all these things. Sir, about OpenAI API, is it possible to implement in a Flutter app? Yeah, it is possible to implement in the Flutter app as well. I have seen one use case to implement it in Flutter app. Okay. But yeah, see, it's new. That's why it is fascinating. Okay, if you want to take the early mover advantage, so this is the best time. Okay, because see what happens if you start working on these things for 2 years down the line or 1 year down the line. There's a lot of people, a lot of resources available in the market, and then what you could have got 1 year earlier, or not sure, but what will be the requirement in the future if we have a lot of people, because as the supply grows, demand deflate, right? So that is the thing. So if you want to take the early mover advantage, this is the best time to learn all these things. uh, if you want, I can go with another videos like where I can teach you from the very beginning how to go with prompt engineering. We will see how to set up first OpenAI. Then after that, what are the nuances of prompt engineering? Where I can study. Even I am also trying to find out. I have different research paper that I am going to study. If you have understanding of reading the research paper, you can go. There is a very famous book, 31 prompts. Everyone knows that is a book. You can check that book, that is available online. But yeah, I am learning from the internet, so I can share my learning with you guys, the way we are doing this session today. Okay, uh, I think we are good. Uh, or do you have any other question? Yeah, I will set up. I'm so every weekend, whatever I'll learn during the week. So mainly start with the prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is easy for you if you have little bit understanding of coding. You can do the prompt engineering. Okay, prompt engineering is one thing. Those who know at least SQL or all those things, they can do the prompt engineering. Because if you see in SQL, what we used to do, we used to basically provide an instruction to the database engine, and that's what we are doing over here as well. And the best part is that is pure English. Okay, the pure English that you have to write in prompt engineering. Learning path. Let me show you. I was working on the learning path. Just give me a minute. Let me open one Excel. So if I have to teach someone, or if I'm learning all these things, so this is the I have divided all these things in different module. The first module is introduction to LLM, history of LLM, what is LLM, why LLM, what are the different type of LLM, and all those things, and what are the different transformers. I have told you BERT, GPT, Bard, Lima, Falcon. I have worked on Falcon as well. So Falcon is the open source available in the market. Then build or buy a pre-trained LLM model. Whether you have to build a model or you can buy a pre-trained model. So that we will going to discuss and try to understand what is best suited for your requirement. Okay, then how can we use LLM on a downstream task? So there are tasks. So we are in that you will be going to learn prompting, that we were discussing for quite some time. Then fine tuning of the model, then learning about prompt engineering techniques and all those things, and then the fine tuning. That this is one of the most important thing. Like I have showed you, the model was not able to understand that cancelled order wala, order feedback. Okay, so that can be easily handled using this technique called parameter efficient tuning. So where we will be going to tune these models. So there are some techniques to do that, and that's it. So this is the learning path. So if you want, I will share this with you guys. Let me check whether I'm able to paste this in the chat or not. Okay, I have pasted in the chat. So you, even if you want to learn all these things, you can. But my idea is to create a few sessions on these things going forward. Yes. Exactly. In cybersecurity, people are using these models. They are using all these things in cybersecurity. So there are use case. I have seen use cases where people are using all these models in the cybersecurity. So I can come up with the use cases if you are interested in the next session. We can see different type of use cases people are doing using these models, and then we can start with the prompt engineering. That will be a great idea. So that will also uh, help you to understand from the end user perspective. Okay, so I think we have a very good discussion today. If you have any other questions, I'm waiting for another 5 minutes, 1 or 5 minutes, and you can ask. Otherwise, I'll close the session. Okay, any other question, or we are good for the day? Yeah, sure. Based on the response I'll get on this this video, I'll be going to create the next session for sure. Okay, please share the link, whatever link I'll share with you guys, to other people as well. If they are interested, they can join. So it's not like that those who know me, they can be the part of these. Anyone can come to these things. Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone. Learning path is truncated. I'll paste this learning path on the Telegram channel. Don't worry about it. It will not get truncated over there. Okay. Thank you everyone. And have a great weekend.